Hello and welcome to ThomasGeigerCar. Today with the new Mercedes GLC Coupe. Roughly a year after Mercedes has launched its best-selling SUV with the upright tailgate, there is a follow-up with a Coupe, competing with a BMW X5 and an Audi Q5 Sportback. If you want to know what to expect from that vehicle that will hit the markets later that summer, join me on my first test drive and I'll tell you all about it. But before I sit behind the wheel and go on a first spin, let's talk a bit about form and dimensions. The form is similar to the GLC with the upright tailgate. Slim, sleek lines and less ornamental sculpture. It's just proportions. When it comes to the size, it is bigger than before. We have a bit more wheelbase. We have about 10 centimeters more length, giving you more room on the rear seat and especially more loading capacity. Roughly 50% more cargo volume makes this car not only beautiful but also versatile. But since the proof of the pudding is in the eating and the proof of a car is in the driving, join me on my first spin and learn all you need to know about the new Mercedes GLC Coupe. When it comes to driving, the GLC Coupe does not hold too many surprises. Other than when you go to a limousine and the Coupe version, this is pretty much the same car. It begins with the setup and it ends with the seats. And the engine lineup is also similar to the standard GLC. For the start, there will be 3 4-cylinder petrol and 2 4-cylinder diesel engines with a power range from roughly 200 to 270 horsepower, and we will have 3 plug-in hybrids with an electrical range of roughly 120 kilometers due to the much bigger battery that also can be charged faster than ever before, and with a power output of combined roughly 380 horsepower in the maximum. The car itself drives pretty relaxed. It is very comfortable, but once you come to a corner you can go around that pretty quick due to a rear wheel steering that is offered like in the C or in the E-Class, which is the same platform. You have different setups for the suspension, also an active one, and if you want to have it really smooth, you can even get an air suspension. If we look around in the vehicle, again, it's GLC as we know it. So we have the big digital cluster instrument behind the steering wheel, we have the upright tablet-styled display on the center console, and we have the newest version of the MBUX system with a very good speech recognition that makes Siri and Amazon's Alexa look old and tired. And we have lots of new gadgets and gimmicks, and since this car is an off-roader, we also have lots of off-road features like different cameras showing you the car from every angle, and even a camera that makes the bonnet transparent. So if you go over rocks or just try to park along curbside and you're not sure if you hit something, you can switch that button and you can see underneath your hood and be sure you don't hit any stones or the curb. As much as I love to drive the GLC Coupe, the things change when you look at the back seat, because you have to make some compromises for the beautiful shape when it comes to entering the rear seat. The cutouts for the doors are just smaller, so you have to find your way in. Once you're sitting, it is quite okay. You have enough knee room and you even have enough headroom. For sure, it's less than in the standard model, but still enough to have a comfy drive. And if you opt for the new panoramic sunroof, which goes over both rows, you really have the feeling you're sitting in an open and very wide car. All the rest is pretty standard: USB chargers, your own air condition, armrest, and all you need for a longer travel. There is no massage seat and stuff like that. That is kept for the GLE and the GLS, but at least you have lots of room and all the comfort you need for a longer drive. Thanks for joining me on that first test drive with the new Mercedes GLC Coupe. A car that for me is the perfect blend between family and fashion, versatility and elegance, between everyday commute and the fun to drive on a long distance country road over the weekend. There is a reason why this car is the best-selling coupe in the Mercedes lineup and not a CLE or an AMG GT or a two-door C-Class. No, it's the GLC because it is kind of best of all worlds. Yes, I really love that car, but there is one downside that comes with the generation change, and that is the price tag, because the entry price was raised for more than 10%, and this car is really getting expensive by now. But hey, it's A Mercedes, B, it's better equipped than before, it is bigger, and it has the more powerful engine, and you get an everyday cruiser and a car you can really show off with. Thank you, 谢谢, 再见, and goodbye.